Good morning, Low Mountain Lions. Mr. Lee here. Just wanted to say hello, let you all know that I'm thinking about you, and hope you're doing well at home. Today I'm going to make a video reviewing some of the juggling skills that we've worked on in the past. The items that I'm going to use are things that you may have laying around your house. Also, check the description of the video. I'm going to add some links that have a lot of great activities that you can do while you're at home that require very little equipment or no equipment at all. Hope you enjoy. Alright, so the first thing you're going to need is 3 pieces of tissue paper. It's nice to have 3 different colors if that's available. Another thing you could use is Kleenex. I noticed that the larger pieces of tissue paper work a little bit better though. It's really nice to have 3 different colors because it's easier to catch on to the pattern a little bit. Alright, so starting with 1 piece of tissue paper, which I've kind of crumpled up. Seems to float in the air a little longer that way. You're going to just kind of grab the middle of the tissue paper and make sure your palms face down, top of your hands face up, and you're just going to toss and catch. Just going to kind of work through our juggling progression. 1 hand catch, 1 hand toss. And then you're going to toss and catch with your other hand. Toss, catch, toss, catch, toss, catch, toss, catch. Alright, so for our next step, we're moving on to 2 pieces of tissue paper. For each thing that I'm showing you, each step, you're going to want to do it at least 20 times to kind of get that repetition down. Really working on your tossing and catching. So with 2, we start by just tossing and catching. Toss high and catch high. Tossing and catching. Then we move on to crossing our arms and catching. Crossing and catching. Cross, catch. And then the last step with 2 tissues is toss, toss, catch, catch. Toss, toss, catch, catch. Toss, toss, catch, catch. Alright, so the moment we've been waiting for, juggling 3 pieces of tissue paper. Now, when you're juggling 3, it's important that you start with 2 pieces in your dominant hand. So for me, that's my right hand, and I'm going to hold my red one and my blue one in my right hand. So make sure they're separate. How you hold them separate is up to you. And then you hold 1 in your non-dominant hand. So for me, that's my left hand. That's just what works best for me. So I'm going to toss the red one first, and then I'm going to toss the pink one, and then the blue one. And that pattern continues. So it goes red, pink, blue, red, pink, blue, red, pink, blue, red, pink, blue. Alright, so, Curry's decided to make an appearance. This is our dog Curry. He's a golden retriever. We also have Ruby. That's a little shorter than him, so you can't see her in the frame. Oh, there she is. Alright, anyways, moving on to juggling objects like socks, or I have some tennis balls as well. There's also a progression for that, so I'll quickly take you through that progression. You're going to want to spend quite a bit of time practicing the tissue paper juggling or juggling scarves before you move on to this step, because you have to be a lot quicker doing this. So the main difference, starting with 1, is now your palms are face up. Starting with 1, you just want to start tossing and catching just like that, getting a feel for the height. You want it just above your head. 1 hand, and then other hand. Okay, so working with 1, move 1 hand to the other hand. And they got excited about something. Probably saw a squirrel. Alright, so moving on to juggling 2 socks. This is the dog's favorite step. So first you want to just toss and catch. Okay, and try to have them go about the same height. And you're catching with the same hand that you're tossing with. Once you get a hang of that, you can start crossing them at the top. Okay, keeping your eyes up. Watch the socks as you toss them. Next step, we'll move on to juggling 3 socks. Alright, so now we're going to move on to juggling 3 socks. Very similar to juggling 3 pieces of tissue paper in that you start with 2 in your dominant hand and then 1 in your non-dominant hand. So for me, that's 2 in my right, 1 in my left. And I was lucky enough to find 3 different colored socks. I promised you that they're clean. So the pattern for me is going to be red. I got red gray sock here, green, and then blue. And it's helpful to kind of get them into a little bit of a ball. So anyways, it'll go red, green, blue. red, green, blue, red, green, blue, red, green, blue. Okay? And that pattern just continues on. And I've practiced this a lot, so I make it look a lot easier than it actually is. Anyways, keep at it. So, for our last step here, I'm going to juggle 3 tennis balls. Maybe you don't want to juggle socks, but you might have some tennis balls laying around the house. Now, same idea. You're going to start with 2 in one hand, and you're going to toss the first one from the hand that has 2. So, just start with my right hand. We go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Anyways, dogs really love when I'm juggling the tennis balls. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said earlier, check the description for links to a really great PE website that has a ton of different resources to follow along. My goal is to share out more videos with you while we're away from school. So hope everybody's doing well, thinking about you, and take care.